Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar,
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar,
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Rama 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 Rama
Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Rama Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. It's with deep gratitude that we have offered the Nama Pushpas at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. And before we submit today's prayers, we shall once again go through some of the statements of Bhagwan. This time, more so in the view of Sri Raman Bhagwan. Yesterday was his Aradhana day, and I remembered some of the things that Bhagwan used to say about his early days when he spent time sitting before Sri Ramana Bhagwan. Of course, like many people who came to Sri Bhagwan Ramana, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, sitting before Ramana Bhagwan, could go into higher reaches of consciousness door after door opened. He could get glimpses of the realms behind, beyond. Yet, there was no final fulfillment. And of course, after the samadhi of Shri Raman Bhagwan's brother-in-law, Shri Ramakant Rai, when he came here, mentioned that at the time Shri Ramana Bhagwan took Mahasamadhi, Bhagwan was seated in one of the villages up north with his friend Chaudhry. When they were talking, all of a sudden, Bhagwan got up and said, "Look, look, Raman Bhagwan is going." He could see very clearly the flame that went up. So even at those times, he was in a high state, he was in an advanced state of spirituality. He could clearly see Shri Ramana Bhagwan's flame going up. Bhagwan often referred to one particular word that he learnt from Shri Raman Bhagwan when he was there in the meditation hall. The word, the Tamil word, the first Tamil word that he picked up was from Ramana Bhagwan. It was Seri. Seri, Seri. It means all right. Later, Bhagwan was using this word very often. He did not use the Tamil word Seri, but he always said, "If my father should keep this beggar happy, it is all right. If my father should keep this beggar unhappy, it is all right. If father should keep this beggar healthy, it is all right. If father should keep this beggar unhealthy, it is all right. Everything is all right. This beggar is here only to do father's work. This beggar is not here for the happiness, for health. He is here only to do father's work, and that to the satisfaction of, to the full satisfaction of my father. Nothing else matters, no one else matters." So often I was to hear this word when I visited him over the years in Sannadi Street and later in Sudama. It's all right. Whatever happens is all right. Whatever happens, happens only by Father's will. And it happens because it's necessary. And it is a great blessing. Bhagwan also used to tell me, in whatever situation Father keeps this beggar and Devaki, we have not only to accept it, but be grateful to God for it. What a statement. It's okay, it's one thing to learn to accept, because there's no other goal. It's better to accept and keep your peace. But to be grateful to God, no matter how negative something is happening, is completely something else. But that he was doing from minute to minute. He lived, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Bhagwan lived, surrendered to God's will from moment to moment. Everything was all right for him, everything was Seri. If he did not get food for 3 days while begging in the streets, it was Father's grace. If he got a sumptuous meal, it was Father's grace. There were days he would say, if he felt hungry, he would go and beg for a cup of tea. I believe some people used to throw hot water on him. But it's all Father's grace, Devi. Father's grace. Father knows what to do. This one word, Seri, is a way of life. Ramana Bhagwan said, there are only two ways to reach God, to know your true state of being. One is Atma Vichara. Find out who you are. Are you the body, the mind, the intellect, or beyond? I remember one particular anecdote. A man came and said they were having some problem. These people had come to Ramana Bhagwan, and the point of discussion was, people worship God, the formless, infinite God, in the form of idols. That cannot be accepted. Ramana Bhagwan, he heard it, and he said very quietly, "Sir, do you have a form?" And the man said, yes, this is my form. I have this form. Then Ramana Bhagwan said, if you are this form, do you think that you are the body? Yes, of course, I am this. Okay, then tell me this. When somebody's life leaves the body, if that somebody is only the body, and he is not willing to leave the body but he has left, he's been forced to leave for some reason or the other, due to some disease or accident, why wouldn't the body say, no, I want to be here, why are you taking me away? If you are the body has got to say it. When they take the body to the cremation ground, the body should insist on going back. So the man did not know what to answer. Then he said something about soul. So Ramana Maharshi said, okay, so there is something beyond this body, but are you that soul? So the question went on, but enough to know that this identity, I am a woman, I am a man, I am so and so, I have this biodata. Do they all have life? Does the body have life? If it is so, if it has, like Ramana Bhagwan asks, the body must be able to say, must be having an independent mind. So we understand how these people deal with it. So Ramana Bhagwan said, ask yourself, are you the body? Do Atma Vichara and find out who you really are. What is your true state of being? And then he said the other pathway is, take to Bhakti Marga, have an Ishta Devata, develop devotion towards this Ishta Devata, and then slowly practice surrender. If it is bhakti, only surrender and faith. Only faith can lead to surrender, and surrender can lead to the negation of ego, and then the jnana comes, who you are, that you and your Ishta Devata are one and the same. Now, what is to surrender? The surrender path starts with the Seri. the one word that Bhagwan picked up, one Tamil word, acceptance. Whatever happens, whatever life brings to you, be it a joy or sorrow, are you able to accept it? How do you know you have accepted it or not? From your reaction. If you don't accept it, you'll get angry, you'll get frustrated, you'll get depressed, and at one point you're unable to come out of it at all. But if you have accepted it for some reason, then you keep your peace. But how do we accept it? There is only one way. This is where Bhagwan's statement, Yogi Ramsuratkumar said, everything happens only by Father's will. Whatever happens is the best that can happen to you at that moment. And it happens by God's will, and therefore it's got to be a definite blessing. So you accept it, even though you do not know what blessing it is. If you have faith in Guru's word, and the Guru has said whatever happens is the best that can happen to you, it's being arranged by God, and it is a blessing. I do not know what blessing it is, but then it's got to be a blessing, however negative it is. Bhagwan said, it gives you a push towards God. It's necessary for your spiritual growth. And the very purpose of life is God remembrance. Spiritual growth is the purpose of life. Every nama that we utter, every puja that we attend, every little seva that we do with a smile, for the sake of God, for the sake of the Guru, is spiritual progress. And life is meant for this. God has given you this body. He has given you oxygen, the air, to breathe. He is not charging you for anything. Now these days we know how difficult it is to get oxygen and how much money we have to pay for it. Whereas the way He has made it, it's available easily and for no cost. Water is available for no cost. Fire is available so that you can cook your food and eat, and you can use this fire for so many things. And again the land, for you to build a house and live, to walk about, whatever you want to achieve, you have to show a solid ground to walk upon, and the space above, Akash. So all this have been provided only for our comfort. And why? So that we would be able to remember God, the Creator behind all this creation, and dedicate our life towards that. So Bhagwan said, whatever life brings to you is being arranged by God for your own benefit, for your own spiritual growth. Accept it. How can we accept it? Something very negative, the loss of somebody who's very near and dear to you. We do not know that soul may have a higher journey. It may be in a state of evolution where it should leave the body now for higher evolution. It may be good for the soul. There are so many subtleties that we do not understand about life. There are so many secrets of the soul that we do not even hear about. So something terribly negative is happening. You can be sure there are two things. One is your past karma. Whatever you gave to somebody is coming back to you at your vulnerable moment, because this is what you did to somebody. So your score is getting even. At the same time, Bhagwan, our Gurudev, said, whatever happens, happens by divine will, and it is grace. It's a blessing. So at once my past karma is getting spent, and there is blessing in it. So the minute I understand it's because of my past karma, okay, I have given this sorrow to somebody. And now it's coming back to me. The second thing, but still God is so great, He's our well-wisher. He means well, so He puts blessing in that. If you firmly believe if you have faith in Guru's word, then whatever happens is a definite blessing for you. And you will see sooner or later, how it is a blessing. It will prove itself. This is acceptance. In the beginning you accept things in faith. You do not know what is involved. But my Gurudev has said, whatever happens is a blessing. And therefore I shall accept it. I shall take it as a blessing. You know, the mind wants some profit or something. So the minute you think that it's a blessing, you are able to accept it easily. You will be able to say, Seri, it's all right. So this acceptance, in acceptance is the beginning of our salvation. In the beginning, we accept rather reluctantly, because life has to go on and you do not know what is involved. But slowly, as the mind gets purified by Namajapa, by remembering God's Leelas, by talking about it all the time, by attending pujas, by doing seva, slowly the mind gets purified. And then the true vision of life happens. Then you understand the subtleties, and it's true what Bhagwan said, everything is all right, everything is Seri. Accept it. Because it's the truth. Though you accept it reluctantly, because your Gurudev has said it will work because it's based upon truth. Anything, any faith, any belief based upon truth will work, will pay back. So, this word, Seri, just see, I had heard people narrating their experiences with Raman Bhagwan. But this is very typical, the word that Bhagwan picked up. Of course, he picked up the silence also. He found his final fulfillment under Papa Ramdas. When Papa Ramdas prescribed Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, and constant chanting of this name. In 7 days, the 7th day, 6 days and nights, the 7th day, Bhagwan said this beggar died at the lotus feet of Papa Ramdas. And after that, it's Father alone, Father alone, Father alone. Nothing else, no one else. And for that, it was not only the Nama chanting, he was also practicing the Seri. All right, everything is all right. And after that, it became his way of life. He became a wandering beggar, and in a beggar's life, everything is okay. Beggars cannot be choosers, they say. But that happened after he died. His ego died completely. It is in our death of the ego, our eternal life starts. I remember in Sudama, many times he would say, "Long live Devaki, long live Devaki." In the beginning I didn't understand. I was thinking, my God, he is adding years to my life. Why? Why would he? I don't want it. Then when I expressed it, Bhagwan said, "No, Devaki, don't stop this beggar saying, because when this beggar says, 'Long live Devaki,' it means eternal living for Devaki." What a blessing. This is how we don't understand many subtleties in life and miss the point. So, this one word, it was Aradhana Day yesterday. I thought I could present this particular angle of Ramana Bhagwan, how Bhagwan took this word and made it his way of life. This surrender, acceptance, that's why Bhagwan told me, in whatever situation Father keeps this beggar and Devaki, we have not only to accept it, but be grateful to God for it, because this acceptance will lead to our salvation. This acceptance is our spiritual growth. Now this Bhagwan, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, is here before us as a Shilamurti, vibrantly alive, with his hand raised in benediction. We shall offer our prayers. Bhagwan, the way the situation is today, the way the disease is spreading so fast, we need your immediate intervention to free this entire humanity from the monstrous grip of this dreadful virus and its variants. Bhagwan, please bring back normalcy to the world. It just takes one compassionate glance from you. In a fraction of a second, you can change the whole world. We beg you, Bhagwan, to root out the panic from the hearts of people, because this panic is more disastrous than the disease. We get many letters, emails from the devotees to submit at the feet of Bhagwan, and many of them speak of only the panic. The minute somebody gets some symptom, immediately only the panic. Bhagwan, it's only your compassion that can wipe out this disease completely, stop the rapid spread of the disease. Enter the medicine so that the medicine will work and kill the viruses. Didn't you say oftentimes that it's your Father's presence, it is your Father present in the medicine that cures people? And Bhagwan, there are so many of them very sick and waiting outside the hospitals for a room and proper treatment. We beg you again and again for their immediate comfort, treatment, and that they should get well soon and return home. And Bhagwan, all those great sevaks who are laboring day and night against the menace of this virus, fighting the disease, only you can give them protection. And please give a lift to our economy. Above all, we know the very purpose of life is constant remembrance of God. Please bless us with that. And please bless us with the right attitude to life, the attitude of being an instrument only in your hands, being a fitting instrument only in your hands, and not in the hands of Maya. And above all, the purification of the mind, to be able to see only your presence and your grace in every happening of life. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar